Hi everyone. This video is the continuation of the previous video. Okay, that is writing disorders. And through that video, I had discussed on the disorders, how to find out disorders and what are the problems they are facing, the children are facing, and how to prepare a plan or remediation for those problems. So we have to find out what are the problems. The slides are there. You can go through that. And today I will discuss on another activities that is also develop perceptual motor skill. So for perceptual motor skill, that day I discussed with how to hold, how to engage the child to hold the pencil in proper grip, isn't it? So today we will add some eye-hand coordination tasks which are very much new and energetic, and the child likes the most. So today I will also I want to share some activities that is tapping put the lid of the tiffin boxes, containers like that. Put the lid of the water bottle when it is filled up. Place it in the proper place. So today I will focus on grip and grasp. Grip and grasp. How to develop grip, pencil grip, or anything that is grip and grasp. There are so many activities, and so many points are there. Before that, I just want to tell you, every time we will engage our child in our daily life routine, that is within our household chores. Whenever we engage the child in our household chores, the child does not know they are learning. They are learning with the activities. They thought, yes, we get some responsibility, so do it properly. Isn't it? So we have to engage. We have to plan a routine how to engage a child in daily purpose. Not someday this kind, someday this kind, okay, after 2 weeks this kind. No. Whenever we go or prepare a plan, we have to focus on holistic approach. This is a vital approach which help a child or individual on overall development. Whenever we prepare a plan, we have to focus on that. We have to arrange some activities which will develop not only a task, not only a skill, rather than a all-round development. Okay, every time prepare a plan, it makes a holistic approach. It should be based on holistic approach. That will help a lot to me also and to students also. Most important, that is students also. So what is holistic approach? You know all those things. So always focus on holistic approach. To develop perceptual motor activities, eye-hand coordination is necessary. Fine motor, gross motor development and fine motor, gross motor activities is also needed. So how we will teach the students, which will help their writing as well as the other skills also. So today I am focusing on the strokes of writing. Strokes of writing. How to develop the strokes? I will discuss it level by level. Whenever we do exercises or physical activities, always we do that activities by counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Today we will do something else. For the first strokes, we have to teach the child, this is standing line, This is slipping line and this is slanting line, isn't it? For the standing line, this is a person who is standing like this. This is a person who is slipping like that. And this is a slanting line when a person do like that. So we will discuss, when I am standing, this is a standing line. When I am slipping, that is a slipping line. And when we tilt like this, that is called slanting line. Now, during the physical activities, how I can teach them? So, students, stretch your hands like slipping line. Stretch your hands like standing line. Again, slipping line, slipping line, slipping line and standing line. Now, stretch your hands like slanting line. See, this is slanting line. And you can use your legs also. I can show you. Whenever we show the slanting lines, we tilt like this. We can stretch our hands like this, or we can stretch our legs like this. And now, gross motor to fine motor. This is also gross motor. Now with hand. Standing line, slipping line, slanting line. Again, standing line, slipping line, slanting line. Now, standing finger, slipping finger, slanting finger. So, whenever we engage the child in our daily routine, we have to focus which is in mind, which point we have to teach. So, each and every activity we will focus on that. Okay. Now, when we take the rice to wash it, to cook, then slanting line, slipping line and standing line. So we can engage our child. Keep the bottle in standing line, keep the bottle in slipping line, hold the bottle in slanting line. Standing, slipping, slanting. So if we develop this kind of concept through this activity, so it will still for the long lasting. They will learn it conceptually. When the students learn any activity conceptually, that will remain for a long time. So this kind of activity we can do. One more thing, there are 7 basic strokes, not 7, I just mentioned those lines, that is standing line, slipping line, slanting line and some curves are there. This kind, this kind, this kind, this kind. Yes. 7. So 7 strokes are there. Whenever we develop this kind of strokes, not only in the starting for the toddlers, the fine motor and gross motor they are developing their fine motor gross motor areas. It's not yet fully developed. So focus on playway method. Maybe on the floor activity, maybe on the kitchen or maybe in the air space. I will discuss how to demonstrate that. So in playway method, we give them exposure to learn this kind of strokes, and these 7 strokes are very useful to form any kind of letter. Okay, so just let's see. I can't discuss so many things in one video, so gradually, that's why I am mentioning. I had mentioned that series 1, 2 like this. So whenever we teach the concept of strokes, we have to focus that it should be learned in the concrete material, semi-concrete material and abstract material also. Some playway method are there when you were cuddling your child, just on the back, give the strokes with finger and ask the child. Whenever you busy with the kitchen, allow them to enter that kitchen and say, I am cutting in standing line, I am cutting it in when we are slicing, that is slipping line. So this kind, or like this finger tracing on the rice, raw rice, pulses, like this. Before washing the rice, just ask them to do it. So they can't think that, yes, this is my reading time or this is my writing time. They're scared about it. So with the activity, with the different activity, we have to engage them, and our target is to teach the particular things. Okay. So through the year, in the year also we can trace like this, slanting line, standing line. Okay. So when it's done through fun way method, play way method, so we will transfer it from concrete to semi-concrete level. Okay. And now some finger movements or hand activity to learn the concept. Okay. So this is standing line and this is curving line. So standing line and curving line, it makes B. This is standing line and this is curving line. It makes D. This is standing line and this is slipping line. Sorry, this is slipping line and this is standing line. It makes T. One more thing I have to teach, that whenever we focus one stroke, that is basic 3 strokes, slanting and slipping, try to focus, try to develop those letters which are based on these 3 lines and focus on my stroke. So these letters are based on slipping line, standing line and slipping line, standing line and slanting line. So we have to arrange, we have to prepare a plan. What I am going to teach, what are the basic priority for that student, isn't it? So whenever we start with standing line, focus those letters which are based on standing line. When I am giving the concept of slipping line, focus on those letters which are based on slipping line, like this. When we are teaching the curving line, just focus. So they had learned the standing line. Now join them. So it makes B. Now show you how it makes B, standing line and slipping line. It makes B and standing line and curving, sorry, standing line and curve line. That is make D. So this kind of activity, this kind of session will give them a enthu to learn, to motivation, give them to motivation to learn the new things. Okay, not only those, the whole page, standing line, standing line, standing line, standing line, slipping line, slipping line, slipping. You have to engage the child with the activity. Okay, and this is actually, this is called VAKT approach. VAKT approach. That means visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile. Spelling may be, I'm checking, spelling may be kinesthetic, yes, no. So it's called VAKT method. When I am saying standing line, I am doing this and they are touch their hand. So all the sensory organs are involved in this method. So it will stay long lengthy. And this kind of activities help to learn or help to develop perceptual motor skills, isn't it? So if you like it, please give comments. Okay, thank you and wait for more videos.